There we go. There's audio. All right. I think everything's up and running now. So, hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of The Lone Wolf Plays. Today, I've decided to go in the opposite direction of combat, and I've decided to be silly and pick up um, a dating simulator called I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger licking good dating simulator. I'm actually not kidding, and that's the reason for the floaty hearts behind me today, because I figured if I'm going to go ahead and let Matt Pat of Game Theory, Food Theory, and Movie Theory fame drag me into a video game, I might as well go all out. So that's why I got the pink spotlight on my left side and the cute blue spotlight on my right side. And yeah, this is going to happen now. So, with this in mind, go ahead and get the game started. So, yes, this is apparently a real game with some apparently rather well drawn anime Colonel Sanders of KFC fame. I am terribly sorry to subject you all to this, but if I'm going to subject myself to it, we might as well let it run. So, yeah, here it goes. Alright, what is your name? My name is Wolf. I'm assuming I'm assuming I'm female based on the pearls that I have over here and the K-pop band that's up over here. Sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You can stay in the moment forever. Oh. You can wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Alright. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. Yeah, let's daydream. It's here, finally. Your first day of culinary school, so many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry, and something's at my feet. The heck is that? 1 second. Yeah, I apparently have a weirdly positioned wire at my feet. Okay, I'll have to fix that later. Really? It's a KFC biscuit. Delicious, just what you need to wake up those taste buds. Apparently, KFC is going to feature prominently in this game. Yikes, you're in such a hurry. In fact, you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend, Miriam. Oh my god. Yep, definitely I'm supposed to be a female character. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Wolf. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? This is terrible. Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Well, now we got tears going. Classic Miriam, raised by Master Chef parents. She's always held herself to a very high standard. God. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with oh my god. But with University Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. 3 days. Sweet girl Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she's got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk or change the subject to give her some relief? Pep talk it is. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. She told you that you were destined for great things. Seriously? Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I'm not waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own, and I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all, and if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Oh jeez. This is someone actually made this. And I kind of want to click on this, it looks like popcorn chicken, but I'm worried if I click on it, you know what? Oh, okay, it's the menu button. Can you believe I cut them myself? Absolutely. You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! Oh god. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. I'll be right back. Oh my god. Hello, Ashley. Ashley. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave wolf shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ugh. Can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. Yeah, it's almost like it's intentionally. Oh, shoot. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. It's, oh my god. I stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. A hen? Van. You rang? Jesus, are you serious with the guy liner and everything? This is absolute garbage. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? I think they just hand us our diplomas now. Maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. Oh my god, I just realized his hair is actually a flippin' star. The first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oh, correct. Oopsie. I think it's broken. Reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop-Pop. He's old. I seriously just read that. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this. Hi, Pop. I'm Wolf. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. Both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. Whoa. I missed this page or panel to read. Scruffy-looking Pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Really? Apparently his name is Sprinkles. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? He must be Sprinkles, head director and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I don't know if I can continue this. Like, I'm legitimately going to try, but I don't know if I can. Oh god. Oh. Oh my. Alright. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor. This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's note is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. This is ridiculous. Pop. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. Then Yi walks in. God damn. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student. His remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! It isn't my favorite student, Harlan. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence, please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. I don't know what to think anymore. Okay. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a Lot, says Ashley. Ashley. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. What is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Wolf sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. It actually says that. Turning to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Do I have to? The only option I got. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Well, I'm going to take the damn handkerchief, of course. Apparently I'm sweaty. Stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful you hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has... Jesus. It has this... I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. I'm looking up the clock. I literally have an hour and a half left. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to annoyingly long school name, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and complete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a great summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? I'm expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let there be a lesson. Let there be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town in his tiny loop. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referring to, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Jesus. It's a robot. It's an actual flippin' robot. It's a pressure cooker. Glass bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep whiff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Decided to try to butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. Chicken snack, because this is a chicken game. Reach beneath your apron and turn with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, well, well. I think there might be some competition for our new student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. See the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Sheesh. Settle down, young chefs, take your seats, and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey Wolf, there's still a seat here. Seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. Start with the best friend. You move to take your seat next to Miriam. So glad to have you near me to support me through this class. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders? He has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If it sat there, might have gotten to know him a little better. But never sacrificed our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, the Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. Has it really only been 1 minute? As soon as you settle into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. This is incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for a life at culinary school. If your knives sharp and your focus sharper, here comes question number 1. Train A is traveling to point B, and train B is traveling to point A. How important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. That's right. Forest is to a tree as chicken is to... It's feather? It's wrong, because it should be egg. Or feather is to a chicken. The other way around. That's right. What's the most efficient eating utensil ever created? I have options of comically oversized fork, meat tenderizer, and a spork. Spork. Gee, I wonder if this isn't an advertisement for chicken KFC. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Let's see, the options are anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat, a pancake that looks like a silly face. I'm inclined to say the bottom one, but I have a suspicion that's the correct answer. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? The options I have are yes, no, and he's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He's the best boy. Gee, which one's right? My total score is 5 out of 5. Wow, be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess, you have a beautiful brain. It actually says I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity wolf, you just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. Wow. I have your attention, students. I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Well, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant I've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Okay, the delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Miriam, do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? Nope, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. See, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. The shy guy. Hey, I was... Colonel Sanders, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But I... Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. Well, apparently I say, she said shh. In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smell. Indeed, that smell. Matt, Pat, you and I are gonna have words. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mystery student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? I want to bet it's some kind of chicken. Is this? Large. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. I'm gonna keep trying, but this is ridiculous. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. Look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. That's all I'll say about that. What, do you think we want your stupid recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. See her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. Realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take this. I'll take his. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take his. Oh, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in the pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. Take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' foods transport you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. Towards the light it is. Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. It's like I kind of want to die right now. The flavors are so intense you become wrapped up in them. Unable to resist, you reach toward the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer. Closer. So your fingertips connect with the end of everything. This is really... You're... This is terrible. You are forever lost in the land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no wolf now. There is only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Yay! Game over. Oh no. Oh no. This is horrible. We're just gonna skip this part of the scene.
Aha!
Let's try the identify every flavor. Let the food rest in your mouth, focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt, maybe. Pepper, too obvious. Oregano, basil, maybe, but there's something else. Dark, something spicy. You dig deeper, deeper, deeper. Yes, even deeper still until you find it. Could it be a blank? Really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use nothing. Try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors. But this revelation alone is more than you can. Snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. Mental responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in this room is consumed by the lunch. No one has noticed you travel through time and space. Tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Do I have to? Smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was in the chicken? Ha ha ha. How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. Now all of a sudden he's got a cane with chicken on it. It's just you and me talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. It's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aw.
You've got moxie, I'll give you that. This is painful. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, just one ingredient. Can't tell I use something that's blank. That's something my great-grandmother taught me. Blank? Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And this definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before, so now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe, but you don't tell Colonel Sanders. While you're wrapping up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to go look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is a perfect moment to show your personality to him. Be modest but thoughtful. I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Wolf. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. You should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven, all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally we get to show off our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show off our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything. Except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena, says Sprinkles. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? Team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Be my partner?
Aww.
Sure, Wolf, I'll prepare the station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Pop, hello, new partner. Clank, beep, boop. God. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. I go with the Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this point. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming about him. Zzzt. Tissue, I hardly know you. Ha ha ha. Clank judders and a paddle shake loose. Get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lessons, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest for your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow others mashed potatoes and gravy. Because that's going to be the right answer. Or the best answer, I want to say. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, and comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. Colonel Sanders adds, and gravy? Couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners, mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. You better keep your fingers off of my man. Someone call for me? No, jeez, Van. I'm over here crushing Wolf's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van, are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Wolf was struggling, so I offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts. Wow, this music is loud. I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, fried chicken was quite spectacular. Colonel Sanders, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at you. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like eye and a drumstick. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel. Don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you. Need to ask for some backup here before ugly. Here to learn, express myself via cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? Turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. Chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders shows him not ready. Businessman respects all fair agreements from contracts and handshakes. I took on Wolf as my partner for this activity and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Wolf's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. Look the sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he knows you found. Darn those cute corgis and his perfect sturdy finish. In your station, I realized that the intention of the moment you ends up in cooking on autopilot. Talk about a drama, you've already crushed boiled potatoes into perfect creamy mashed texture. Plenty of butter and cream for flavor. If your natural passion guided you through steps you know so well, call your attention. I know just what to do. Sanders extends his hand, holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy dish, out of which pours smooth, brown gravy, coloring and nourishment. Gravy flows down the mountain. The results look spectacular, Grant. Sanders holds a spork out. Sport. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for a moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Eyes locked, the moment is electric, time stands still, I turn down the volume. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up when you see Ashley with a sinister look. You know she's playing against you to be with Colonel Sanders. Well, at least I'm not deafened this time. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will you ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Wolf. Do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. Throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. And I has potato piece. Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, a braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. This is really here. You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I who will have first bite. We'll all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and it may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him? Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. Jesus, really? You look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie, tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. Class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. Not sure the professor is here make enough, says the dog. Ghost of student. Hello, I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. Sorry you had to go through all that. Please let me walk you home. Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. Worst fanfic ever. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. It's squished potatoes and gravy. That's all it is. It's nothing. Seriously, that's all it was. Oh boy. Alright. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became. I already read that screen. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings. Colonel Sanders, yes. Something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. Something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. See, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. Every day since, I've been working toward that dream. Star hair. Day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls grant them. Like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Getting that your cooking literally killed a guy. Can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Get him, we're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Spork monster is here to fight a hero. What the heck? I think I left the fridge door open later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? Well, before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Decide to go on the attack. Just got that attack really accept the sport monster, goes on the attack. Then you stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay. Mash Mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. The larger and more intimidating, how we respond. Oh god. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot Pie Power Punch. Which does 10 damage and defeats the monster. You saved me. Injured Spork monster spews steam into the night. Shall spare the wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Decon beast, don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. Scuttles off in the night. Left an item behind, which appears to be a cookbook, but is much more as a book of magic spells with golden chicken on the This is terrible. Oh my goodness. Absolutely terrible. I don't know why I'm playing this. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar. Blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night. Holding the mysterious book in your hand as you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. With any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. How the hell do you know where I lived? The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it home without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. God. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there instructing your love dreams are weird. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions, whether memories or premonitions. You're like, this is terrible. You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secrets you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' chicken cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used a blank. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. "57 more minutes. That's all." You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little bit strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Blank? Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. Got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. Told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? This is ridiculous. No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to. It was also the convertible that he himself rode in front of. Also the he was so popular that he became a prom king of a different school, and was the car that he rode in. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend unusually long school name. You're a thing now. We definitely connected yesterday. Ha 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 ha, sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real? This is insanity. Onward we go. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie lights up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. Secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in a botanical garden where I was wandering. Good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. Said it was a powder created by a super duper rare dried flower petal. And if I did him a favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. Okay. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor wasn't like anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. However, we both shared an interest in cooking. We stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about the new spice. Well, I'm not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be of much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or the Sanders. Think of a fake ingredient. Quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Mute? Dude. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Mute? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some typing on her phone. Where you can ask her to confirm that she's definitely not texting secrets to other people. You're interrupted. Really, more the cherry blossom thing. A wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. And now Colonel Sanders is on a horse. Look at your man. Now look at Colonel Sanders. I'm on a horse. I'll run over. Surely he'll sweep on the back of his stallion and ride away together. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprises the horse and it rears up. What are you doing out of bed? What? Oh, I got knocked out cold. Here to deliver a message. Now you remember this exactly as I say it. Trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on return. My name 3 times. Name is, before you can continue, you suddenly awake. It's Borka! Borka, Borka, Borka! Go to bed! This is insane. You awoke to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. Seriously. I think this is going to be a one and done game. Good night. Means I'm not going to play it after this. Ever again. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural seasoned musk? This is painful. Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who is in the wrong here, but one thing is for sure, Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressed into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. God. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. Into the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad. This push. Just push. Try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax? Stop acting so mature. Immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary schools to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. And now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity, it takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. Finally get a look at what it was they were hiding and you instantly recognize it. It's that's a scary cookbook. It's the same book that I found the last night on the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. The book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. Notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, he. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. Watch how you're talking to him. He didn't do anything. Zzz, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Oh, you heard it. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, and I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely, you must know this is a ruse. Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, or at least... Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. Apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town. My tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy. Down. Auftoppen. A command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. Wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, you'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. Who figured? Want to pay attention to the lessons, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. You can't help but Dage. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Wolf? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Glass of water. Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. And you've got excellent taste. Jeez. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. You all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared. Be a timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics of these two is off the charts. Stop wasting everyone's time. Is everything a competition with you two? Yes? Yes! Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love, Sure, why not, but definitely not constantly bound. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Wolf, you should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. My special grilled cheese tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down, and a tartlet for dessert. It takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. Just as things reach boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to the madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." Oh my god. That's what I'm talking about. Aroo. Stand corrected. Battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can get the best of them. Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. Had his chicken, and you made his mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1. You're feeling like you can really impress him again here. Time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, if the timer runs out, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Degrees Celsius. I guess to rub my furry belly, let that enticing offer motivate. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipes. You have an idea. 11 herbs and spices. Might not know all the ingredients yet, but you're heading in the right direction. Tail waggling intensifies. Elevate your craft. Which state of mind offers the most flavors? Begging you to get together. I'm a dog. Never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Classmates are rooting for you. Child, your father told you never to forget where you came from. Blah blah blah. Energy. Small town where dreams are born. Try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. Notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you. He's cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. How many spoonfuls of gravy? This is stupid. What does it have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof, woof. Really struggling to keep up. In the next station, Ashley's planting elements of her dish. Pick up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. We love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes it's means sacrificing a personal touch. I don't have any hands, but Wolf does. Good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. Easy way and a hard way, you don't get far by going the easy way. So you put your hand into the mixture that's running and break your hand. What you often find is that there's an easy way and turn out much, much more difficult. Stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I was, the completed dish ready to serve. Oh no, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Wolf's injury. See Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish, but I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. As I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I asked Wolf to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Well, Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Pours on a chocolate dome, causing it to melt away. Let's see, inside, find a delicate fried cheese croquet. Top, a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee hee. As he places a sauce-covered finger onto his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Colonel eyes are raging. What the heck? So, your rage starts boiling and turns into a fire. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and shamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. This is painful. This is terrible. Beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. Anyone even asked to ask you to cater his wedding as you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now, but not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. Fine. You should just leave me alone. I'm a loser. Not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a chef, a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. Passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. Apparently I missed something. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving my best I had to give. Colonel Sanders changed his focus. You can see something ignite inside him, a burning passion. And a dog. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay, says Pop. This is your moment. Grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening shadowy presence. It's the Spork monster again. Porco? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having always having to look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Oh, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. Also, I want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. Know that you're strong. Cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. Wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever. But I was still a student, until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. Magic spellbook. Precisely. I procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. Powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and God. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. Looks like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Wolf, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Half an hour. Okay. Your personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, the baby with a beard, mustache and goatee. Seriously? Special bond. Looks like you live such an exciting life. Mr. Sanders, every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? Always excited to talk about food with other ambitious chefs. There is something, it's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. Not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as you start to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or crispy, or both perhaps? Keep it a secret. Actually, I've said too much. Please forget I ever said anything. You can practically hear his heart pounding in his chest. He tries to act demure, but his facade begins to crack. I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many, nearly a dozen, in my fried chicken recipe alone. But I would hope that you could learn to trust me with yours. Well, I suppose you did share a secret ingredient with me yesterday, so it would only be fair. Colonel Sanders' face grows serious. Ah, yes, about that. You see, yes, Colonel? I haven't been completely honest with you. The secret I told you was a fake. Ingredient you shared with Miriam, it wasn't true, but I didn't share it. I'm angry with Colonel Sanders for lying, but the fact that you revealed the secret shows that he was probably right to do so. But I didn't. I mean, it wasn't one of the real 11 secret herbs and spices? See, we had only just met, and I had to make sure that you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my most important secret. Me and my recipes are priceless. Well, if I have something to confess, that secret and ingredient you told me, I shared it with Miriam, my bestie. Unfortunately, I already knew this. I was very disappointed, but now that you've come clean, we can start building a relationship as fellow chefs again. But I didn't! I used a fake one! I promise to be honest from here on out, I really do. I'm counting on you. And in that case, I present to you my original coleslaw. Jesus. This is terrible! The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux Hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chat on a creamy coleslaw until just a spoonful remains. Mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. I offer to make him more, but he seems to be very sentimental. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotion. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Odd. Secret recipe. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Crawls on the floor. Adorable little baby crawls on the floor. From the goatee and the mustache combo he sports, it must be the Colonel himself, or maybe it's a drumstick he seems to be waving like a rattle. There's a baby picture of just themselves, probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Colonel Sanders said he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of the secret herbs and spices. One of the framed photos showed an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumstick and appear to be cheersing them. Look closely, and it's a short inscription. Where my friend Pete is. Power tool, freshly starched collar, piece of wood floating in a lake, summer of '69. Just one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's something blocked out. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of this comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. Really, spun silver. Notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting in a corner table. Pick it up, it isn't just realistic, it's real. No clip to the true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. Gaze at the window, across the vast lake, and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up. Thinking about heading into the world on a quest to avenge my death. Wait, what? I've never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I can tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack, and the ghost of student is swept out with the breeze. Large urn, black on it, dusty when you wipe it off reading inscriptions. Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures. And now we found signature suit. Here, Colonel returning, he has a new dish I'm working on. Once you taste it, you try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. Don't usually loan this out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. Tell the truth. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door, but the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into slumber. Dream sequence. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. It's day 3. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about, blank. In some jurisdictions, blank is even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room, holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Seriously? Taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? Oh, presumptuous. I guess we and your taste buds, that is. I think we make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. With the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? He be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. Still one more day of school after all. Long school name waits for no one. You get home and find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. Okay, I was just, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Great. Will not believe what happened to me. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. He was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know a little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if it's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. Arrive at school, you encounter your rivals on the quad. Tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your Squirrely dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. Clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident made you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? How's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. Sighed Wolf. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel at the interaction with Ashley, take out the spell book it recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's the book? Looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the final exam. That is way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic. Blah. But desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Dogs can be unpredictable. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. You follow his great gaze, a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Blah. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here! Terrence, I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. Ahem. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills out into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Buzz, buzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Buzz were. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or go off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Plank begins to shudder, steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep, buzzed. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that clam. Completely burnt fried sneaker. In terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Plank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Or tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final days of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead, the final competition, showdown exam, trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches, see you all in the arena. But before you can think about the upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is a silly boy. Jesus, this is terrible. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit a carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a big ranch, enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring. This is it's not getting any better. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show you a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you're pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. That's okay, you should have a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. Is that the location of your final challenge? I hope this is the end of the game. Please. Test of talent. A chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Wolf's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish becomes second nature to you. And you're able to get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. What are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success, looking at my station and picturing victory. Pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were in here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry. The last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. We got a practice dish going. Okay, you got me. Doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. It's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. My nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a helping of TLC, but it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. And it's a KFC pot pie. That's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lay down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. Step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. Set a mac and cheese plus pot pie you've been practicing. Adjust the dishes that'll put you over the edge for victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has a giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices. He's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. Intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. This is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Wow. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? Ashley. It's a singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. You take this moment to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? Hopefully this will make it over soon. So do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the class. I believe in you, Wolf. Miriam notices too. I've always believed in you since we were little kids because I'm your best friend ever. Forever, excuse me. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish if you're here cheering who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. That's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. Watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your eyes. It is I, Steve the Spork Monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? These Spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. Crazy kids in your culinary schools really impress me. Mind if I hang out? Sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the Spork Monster, notices that you've got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Ah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef. When I was just a little sport puck back in the old country, the old Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long story. You don't know how exactly where it came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. You know what, maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand, kind of like the time in Monster School that I had fallen asleep during a scare tactics class, and then I woke up. Toss a serious look at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later, good luck. I can do this, I have what it takes, I came here to win. Okay. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing my entire life for. Yes, Wolf, you are the chosen one, you will avenge me. The power you had been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. Its entire lives, I'll show the world my cookery. Can't believe I actually am reading this. Okay. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, so you make mac and cheese. Except turn back in time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Don't worry, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with the effort, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. Watching you today, and I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet, rolling with punches. Steps up to your station and stands right beside you. Here to help, blah blah blah. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese. The time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid eyes on. Besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. You're suggesting, combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. Time expired is the moment everyone's been waiting for. You must now prepare, present your dishes. A handful of students stands tall, but the class seems incomplete. Seems like we're missing some students. Pop, clank, from off screen. You hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. Can't feel my legs, may I be excused? Sure. Kids in your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks, clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow it must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. There are only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. It has been a long 3-day semester. 3 whole days long, but after days of hard work, time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. It's very small. My word, it's so delicate. Is it a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy floating in an itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, Chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in the flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a big hug. Thank you, Wolf, for helping me believe in myself. And Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. A uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. You skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? Exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the rough custard to slosh around. Woof woof, please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue. This is real. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. I kept poking my tongue. Disqualified. Stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Rejected, Van Van does not go gentle in the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Can you give me like 5 minutes? Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, we'll have to wait a moment. Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask, do you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way? It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in yours or something? I told you it's a display piece. Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. Realized that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, you go to College of Eating School for the Hungry. Suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten and it cannot be judged, you are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. With that, Ashley stormed off to rededicate herself, being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be a fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. This class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together, two chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Don't have good feelings about this. From somewhere in a room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And it's completely blown me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, you pass, you pass, and you get a pass too. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van Ven and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. They gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl. They admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they do better than this one? And now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. Seriously. Cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Oh my god. A 3-day class deserves a prom. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, this humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. Easy Jog is in the house. Ow, 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 roo. You know, Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist. Says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation is clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. Now that everyone is together, it's a spork monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the spork monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer everyone to refer to me by my new name, the Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. I'm sorry, Party Monster. Rejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. So red carpet rolls out across the ballroom. Just like a Hollywood movie premiere, who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete your final exam and earn your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new thing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. Music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Still doing the talking thing. I'm Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew that this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. Blown away by Miriam's maturity. Pretty clear she's managed to surpass you in that regard. Understand, kind of, humans are weird. Portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders appears with the rosebuds again. Howdy, classmates. It's like the first day he met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give him a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full menu. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out of my way and buy my chicken. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Wolf, what are you doing sitting here all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, what might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking, just to name a few. It's truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. Blah. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, we're ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you. How sweet, we'll be working together or play together. And Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you to run a restaurant? Don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? You live with only half of him. Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other life, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll in pastry school. Oh, my dear Wolf, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. Along the way, you'll have me by your side. Yeah, that really was a thing. I don't know. I mean, what are you supposed to say at the end of that? That was terrible. It's 2 hours of my life that I'll never get back. That would have been half of that if I had not narrated the whole damn thing. Yeah, that's it. It was really that bad. And that's coming from me. Yeah. So sorry you've put yourself through the torture with me, but I'm glad you've stuck around. I am uninstalling this game as soon as I close out the stream. So, with that, I'm going to say this has been the Lone Wolf signing off. Hopefully, you have a much better evening than I'm going to have. That was bad. Have a good night, everybody.